broom closet ending is the best ending. So, hold on 1 second here. Alright. Before we go any further, I'm going to give it just a minute or two more here to let everybody get us all set up. Let me know if all of the audio sounds good. I've already got the game installed, so we are pretty much ready to go whenever. Let me make sure everything is, you know, good to go, more or less. Pineapple on pizza is illegal. Alright. So, this is one I've been looking forward to doing, and I obviously have been putting this off for a little while. Had some stuff going on, and also I was putting it off a little bit during the week. I do think Sundays are probably a good day for me to start streaming if I were to pick like a day to just do it every week. I think Sunday is probably a good day to do that. Maybe, we'll see. So I'm planning on going today until about noon to 12:30-ish probably. And then I do want to do this again soon. Okay. I think Cooper, for the first couple of endings, I definitely want to do it on my own. But then once we've gotten a few playthroughs done, I'm going to probably want some help to get the rest. So, I guess we'll probably get started here in just a second. I'll give just a minute more to let people maybe come in if they want to. Make sure everything is set up properly. My glasses on straight here. Alright, so yeah, I think we'll probably just go right in now. We've been getting ready for about 5 minutes or so. So let's get this party started. We played the first Stanley Parable several years ago on the channel, on my YouTube channel, and absolutely loved it. Hold on. Uh-oh, I gotta make sure you can hear. Uh-oh, I gotta make sure everything is right now. Okay, we're getting somewhere here. Hold on. I gotta get rid of the other webcam. Let me go. All right. Uh-oh. Here we go. Can you guys hear that? We'll do it in English, obviously. Oh, really? Have you played the Stanley Parable before? Yes. Till the computer is barely visible. I mean, it's barely visible, so. Please enter the current time. This is kind of weird, but okay. It is 10:07. I don't know why it wouldn't just check the system time, but okay. Well, it's 10:06, but it's going to be 10:07 here in just a sec, so it's actually closer to that. I'm going to wait. We're going to wait until it's 10:07 exactly. We'll do it. Here we go. It's 10:06. I'm looking at my computer and my phone here. There it is. All right, 10:07. Accessibility settings, okay. All right, guys. Let's see what's new. Oh my god, we have not done this in a very long time. Oh my god. It has been a long time since we've done the Stanley Parable. Does the background volume sound alright compared to my voice? It shouldn't drown out my voice, but it should be hearable. So just let me know if that's good. Alright, so I'm going to go in. Here we go. We'll sit through the opening for this one. No, we're not.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yes! I've missed this.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
A part of me
no
kind of
one had
wants
showed
to go.
up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say,
We'll go
"Hi."
through this first.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright, so I think the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get the regular ending just to see if anything is different. I'm just going to explore.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Just for a moment, we'll do the regular ending first. It's probably going to be the same, but we'll see.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And of course we're going to go for the broom closet ending as well.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Synergize! Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet.
Yeah.
No reason to still be here.
No, we'll just kind of chill.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Yep, that's what we're doing. So,
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
to troll you. So, how's you guys' mornings? How has everybody's morning been so far? It's been going pretty good over here.
There's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yep.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Very true.
I never would have thought to mention it.
Best ending. Absolutely best ending.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path.
It's the true
Maybe
ending.
when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say,
Oh, did
you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite. I hope your friends find this concerning.
Can confirm, my friends do not find this concerning.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
I forgot about all
this. He
this.
got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I love this game so much. This game is so good.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
Yes, we're dead.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system.
Yep, we're dead. We all died.
On the keyboard.
This is
well, in
the
a situation
afterlife.
like this, the responsible thing
hell.
is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
My cats will eat me.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
I love this so much.
Right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I don't know. There might be more. We'll see. You just woke up and then when I texted about the stream. So, here we all are. Just hanging out. Waiting for Stanley to do something. Or the narrator. I am going to sit here a minute more just to see. There could be something more to this. Y'all got to keep in mind, we're back at square one with this game. Or I am, anyway. There could be new stuff anywhere. I mean, I'll kind of look around a little bit. Oh, it makes a little clicky sound when I hit the E key. Alright, I'll leave.
Second floor. Good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You, too. Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish?
Yes.
Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh my god, come on. Say something more. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Coming to a staircase,
oh, well.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
May as well. Oh man, a code.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
So we're just going through a normal,
unraveled,
Stanley
wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
And then we'll
what
do
he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned
we're gonna explore
an extra
in our next playthrough.
PIN number 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
By sheer luck.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
You still don't know what the bottles do? Okay, I might have to investigate the bottles later. That's one of the things we're gonna have to check out.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
This is a classic part.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Wait, can we go back at any point? I don't know, we'll see. There's a lot of exploration we're gonna have to do. This is definitely gonna take more than one stream.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
There's 427 right there. Yep, there's our little office. That's cool that it actually just does that.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation.
Oh
Controls
God, this room.
labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded
do
from
this
this
one again
very
at some
place.
point just to see
and
if it's
as the
possible
cold
now.
reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
We're just gonna get the regular ending. This is the primer, the refresher of the Stanley Parable.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine! Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
I'm sure
whatever life he
again.
lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
What if I just don't? I don't know if I've ever tried this. I don't know if anything happens. No, I think we do need to go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way right now that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Alright, we got the good one. Stanley stepped into Skyrim. It does look like Skyrim, doesn't it? Oh, beat the game! Get your first achievement! Awesome! We did it. Alright. Now we're gonna start screwing around. Let's do everything.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Wait a minute.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
I should be able to access the new stuff now?
Now, think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now, I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Well, here we are. Fine, we'll restart. Alright, I'm just gonna explore. You just have to explore the first half of the office. I had a feeling. We're just gonna explore a bit.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Mess around with things.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, there goes my phone. I might turn
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Yep, input received.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No. Oh wait, I just did the door on his left. I'm an idiot.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office Hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I wonder what that piece of paper says. I can't read it. Oh, I remember this.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Yeah, I think this
All of
might
my
be an ending we've already
blinking
gotten.
mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no
I don't know
reason
if
at
this
all.
is...
None of it
Oh,
made
okay,
any
yeah, now we're
logical
here.
sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his...
Alright, we've done this one before.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's weird. Let me just see something real quick.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
Oh,
could
God.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Because that... It seemed like it was saving the input, right? Hold on, I'm gonna try to get back in. Let's see if it's possible. Is it doable?
When Stanley
Nope.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Try doing more normal endings? Alright, well, like I said, we're just gonna kind of screw around for a bit.
Truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. Okay, I know this area. I don't know.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Oh, locked ourselves out on that one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank God. But eager to get back to business,
The freaking
Stanley
back
took the
rooms,
first
guys.
open door on
This
his
was the
left.
original back rooms. Nah, we'll go through this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Isn't
Look,
this...
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Wait a minute.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Very powerful. Okay, yeah, we'll do the baby game.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
I think I remember which way the baby game ending is.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we're gonna skip it.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
There we go.
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design.
Oh, wait!
Give me some feedback.
Oh, this is...
There we go.
Yeah.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Wait,
go ahead,
no, this
Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Is this new? Wait. I'm trying to remember if this is new or not. I kind of want to walk through... Oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
This, oh yes, worldwide leaderboard. I forgot about this. Yep, okay. So what's this way again?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Is this the baby game?
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
I think this is the baby game. And no, we're not doing the whole baby game. Yeah, it's the baby game.
The baby crawls left towards danger.
Is there anything else we can do?
You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
We could do baby game endings someday.
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Keep notes. Oh my... I forgot about how horrible this was. I feel no remorse anymore.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience. This is the part where it turns into like Minecraft and Portal,
right?
I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing.
I don't remember.
Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
I'm wondering if this is going to be different. Because this was Portal, and it was Minecraft, right? It was Portal and Minecraft before.
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
So what new games are they going to throw in, if anything? Here comes the Portal. No! Oh, it's Firewatch. I've never played this.
What do you think this game is about,
But I know what this
Stanley?
is.
What's our backstory?
Okay,
what is
that's
our motivation?
Cool. So this is new.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your
I've never played this,
Perhaps
but I've
for
heard about
some
it.
sort of twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Alright, this is new. I'm game. Oh, let's go this way first. So if I'm not mistaken, I think the actual game of Firewatch is like kind of depressing. Maybe we'll play that sometime. It could be an interesting one for us to do. But I think it, like, from what the little bit I've seen and what I've heard, it's like a pretty melancholy game.
No, it can't be.
Can't be what?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
Block it off!
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any... Thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley.
Look at this.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here.
No.
Let's find another
No,
game.
there's a hole in the wall.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big,
what's that gonna be
insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
No, I want to get through the wall. There's a hole in the wall. Maybe there's another one, I don't know. Oh, Rocket League.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Oh my God.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in.
Big
There
box.
isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Hey, this is me we're talking about. I can get lost anywhere.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There
Hit
are
a
lots
ball
of
around.
cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Essentially.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun. Oh, 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 thank heavens we've avoided it.
Oh,
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Okay, we're playing Rocket League, guys. This is... Oh, we're going fast. This is officially a competitive Rocket League channel now. Bam. Oh, wait, we gotta, like...
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Oh,
Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
Come on, I want to hit it in.
Try it out. Here comes another ball.
Of course, now there's 2 balls.
Yes. Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
How many balls? Are you going to lag my
game?
More
balls!
More balls! Oh my god. Me and Gmod. Oh wait, I can hit this one in, maybe. I can hit this one in.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley?
It does nothing.
Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
It's over?
That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
Are you just gonna ditch me in here? Okay. Those buildings sure are tall. I've played a little bit of Rocket League. Like a very tiny bit. I'm not very good at it. Go look at the goals. Okay. Oh, hello.
Hold on. What are you doing?
Hello, goal. Oh.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh. Fell. Hello. You know, when you really think about it, this game does kind of have like a Backrooms vibe to it, doesn't it? Ooh. I don't remember if this is new or not. I think this might... No, I think this isn't... No, this is in the original game, too. Uh-oh, there's a light on. I remember part of this. Ooh, hello, computers. It's very dark. Oh. Yeah.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I don't remember... If I remember this, I don't know. Parts of it I feel like I remember, parts of it I don't. It has been a very long time since we've played this, though, so...
there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
That feels new. I remembered, like, none of that list. Who farted? Is that important? Do I need to remember that list? Oh, no. Wait. Oh, that's 437. I thought that said 427 for a second. Woo! Hello. Hello.
Oh.
Hell
new
yes.
Content? What does that mean? New content.
It means we explore. Proceed. Ooh. Yeah? Hello. We've got stuff going on.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await.
I like this, like,
the
dark ride
Stanley
thing going on.
Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh,
Yes.
well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
As am I. Can we go back? Hello.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
It's not going to move, is it? Oh my god.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh, there we go.
There we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I can almost smell this being anticlimax coming up here. Let's do it.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
7.8 out of 10. Too much water. New content, the jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
We can jump! Oh my god, that actually does change things. Oh, we can't jump anymore. We can jump! Oh my god, who would have ever guessed? Riveting! Oh, 0. Oh, we're out of jumps. Okay, that's a bummer. I liked the jumps. What's going on over here? Whoa, don't use all your jumps.
Is that it?
Oh, okay.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness.
Chat seems to
Another
think that
elevator.
was a mistake
Stanley,
to use up all my
I
jumps.
have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yeah.
Michael Stevens reads prime numbers for 3 hours.
Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh. A chair. I'm ready. 10 out of 10. We got a chair, guys. Let's do it.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, test achievement, please ignore. What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Oh, okay. Oh! Oh dear. This is certainly different. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Psst. Stanley,
yeah.
Come over here. In the vent.
I don't know. That's kind of sus, dude. Venting? That's kind of sus. Walk away. Oh.
Oh. You don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
Oh, we don't have that door open anymore. Hold on, let's head back. We'll head back, and we'll see if we can go back real quick. Or if there's a door shut or something. Oh, okay, no, it's just back to normal now. Oops. I don't know if I screwed up or not. Might have to redo that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the... This was not the correct way to the
I'm
meeting
gonna reset.
room. And
Alright, cool. So we're here now. Let's do it.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. What level of the back rooms is this?
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Yeah.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh. Hello. It looks like... Are we playing Nier now?
I call it the Memory Zone.
Hello.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Ah, 2013.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back
I didn't
then,
play it then.
video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The release of the Stanley Parable. Mozilla Firefox start page. Buy on Steam. Oh, it's $1. Oh my god, it's the demo. Unachievable! Go outside, don't play for 5 years. New video game releasing today. In loving memory, Little Stanley? Aw, he's a little... Oh, is that like maybe one of the developer's pets? I wonder. Oh my god.
Je suis dans la memory zone, seul sur la pluie.
Can I get to the piano?
Et je n'attends plus que toi, mon amour.
No, I guess not.
C'est là.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing.
Hey, you're
It's no
finally
games
awake.
at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
I didn't expect Persona 3 to get mentioned. Wait, is there another route in here somewhere? No. The original remake? Original. Okay. Person of the Year. Oh, there's the Minecraft part. There's the portal part. It's down here. Memory zone maintenance. Can we go in here? No, not yet. Oh, they're the red blue doors.
Here's another moving passage,
Yeah,
this
Source
time from
SDK.
GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything
Oh, the
else.
song is
It
new
didn't
for you?
need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
What's this? Repeatable carpet textures. That's good. Preparing snake oil salesman routine? The serious room. I remember the serious room. Yes, the serious room. Where do I go? Over here.
These were simpler times, Stanley. What I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Yeah.
What's this? What's down here?
Cold drinks, that's what. Get us a soda. Steam.
Oh no. Oh God, no.
Oh
Stanley,
no.
It's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Steam
I haven't
reviews.
looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's being collected
Yes.
down here.
Oh, this is
Surely
gonna be
these
brilliant.
reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
This is gonna be brilliant. Oh yes.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion.
I love this.
The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
This is good. 2018.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art.
Oh, here's a positive
I
one
suppose
over
I could
here.
write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Steam reviews.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good,
I think these are real,
for
right?
someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Yes,
A
is
skip
he gonna do it?
button. Well, yes.
There we go,
Yes,
yeah,
I think we
I
can
knew
do
it.
that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
Oh no.
Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it.
All right.
It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me
We're sitting here
rambling
for a
on
minute.
and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here,
No.
we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The
Yes.
story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once. So now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet. No, until 245. That the logic of elimination working
Yep.
backwards, the
we go.
deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... The story and the choices, or what have
Okay,
you,
it
and
loads.
therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until
Yep, it loops.
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about, I know. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're
How long
back.
has it been?
Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with.
Oh,
hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Hi, you're giving me GLaDOS vibes, and I don't like
to
that.
Think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret.
Yeah, I don't need to hear about that. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh, this is actually uncomfortable. This is actually kind of uncomfortable now. Oh, God. I don't like this anymore. Oh, hi. Smoke alarm. What's up? You're kind of loud. Oh, this is weird, dude.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands.
God,
but then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the...
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, yeah. We're back to spooky. Yeah, the backrooms weren't really a thing back when we first played this, but now that we've got that in kind of our subconsciousness, it's like this is literally like the backrooms, the game.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end,
Okay.
is never the end, 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 is never the end.
This is looping, isn't it?
End is never the end.
Mm-hmm. I think we might have finally broken the narrator, like, fully. Oh. Oh, dear. Are we going into, like, some deep time stuff here? Because if it's getting longer each time... Also, I should mention this is only part 1 of an Easter egg story. Oh boy. So you know in the beginning of Portal 2? yeah, that. Oh! Okay, now it is basically just Portal 2. Oh! Oh, it's the plants that were here died again. Okay, I love this atmosphere. I did not expect it, but I am here for this. I love this creepy atmosphere. Ugh. Backroom's origin story now. Oh boy. Oh, sideways and there's a... I think the button is broken now. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, hello. Yeah, we are doing some deep time stuff. Is that the end? Oh, that was freaky weird, dude. Okay, that was really weird.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, so... new content. Yeah.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Yeah, can I go this way? Nope. What you got? That was a kind of freaky ending, I'm not gonna lie, but I loved it. That was actually kind of cool. I like the deep time. This looks like I could go in a different direction now. Nope, okay. So what you got?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this Ultra Deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this Ultra Deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Here we go. Investor Showcase.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking
Taste
for.
the sequel.
calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Just the just the two of us. They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old, busted. New hotness. Boring sections of the chart. Cool red section of the chart. Win-win, sequential mind share, paradigm shift, synergy. The color red. The Stanley Parable 2 logo ideas. Oh, can we... Nope. 2.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out.
Yes,
game development
it just
is
works.
much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
The prequel. The Stanley Parable 2. This way to the show floor. Valued investors. New features. New content.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Yeah. Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. That's new. Hear your name in the game. Alright, what's this gonna do?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And
Tomodachi
of course,
life.
the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button
Imagine
only
if
says
you
the
were
name
named Jim.
But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and
Jim
simply
is my
become a
dad's
person
name.
named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as
Alright,
Jim.
I am Jim
sleeping
now.
and waking as Jim. Falling in love and being heartbroken
I am
as
Jim.
Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as
My
Jim,
name is Jim.
watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Okay.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
My name is
If
Jim
so,
now.
then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
I am Jim. For now and forever, I am Jim. Infinite hole.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing.
Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of
Please,
the... well, we'll figure that out later.
Please, no screenshots. Do not screenshot these NFTs. Updated ray traced. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Jump circle and infinite hole. We'll do the epilogue part later. Reassurance bucket. Dear God. New feature. No. Oh my God, there's so much to see here. Alright, collectibles. Free new plus easy achievement. Get it here. Expo Hall 2 guide. Oh, wow, there's a lot. Oh, there's so much. Jump circle. Where's the jump circle? You are here. This map. Ah, yes. I guess we'll go back and we'll do the epilogue part real quick. Infinite hole, it won't end. The button that says Jim! You heard Jim in the game! Oh, that's good. Oh, it just goes around. I'm an idiot. Infinite hole, free achievements, settings, world champion. Let's go. And then we'll do the reassurance bucket. Ah, can't go. Wait. Nope, okay. Maybe I have to change settings or something, I don't know. I want to do the reassurance bucket. Oh, it's the jump circle. Oh, we're out of jumps! No! Oh, you were right! We can't go back in the jump circle! Hold on, we have to do the reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Yes.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Okay, wait, I got some people in the chat here. Epilogue is part 2 of that Easter egg, by the way. Okay. Settings World Champion is exploring every slider, literally going up and down on everything. The bucket is a big part of the game. And wasn't there a sign near the break room that said no buckets beyond this point?
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body.
I feel reassured.
Fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
There's a bucket. This is a bucket. Yep, and we just have our bucket now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Oh. Get well someday. Yeah, that's the funnier one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy
yeah,
12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Of course. Oh, now there's balloons.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
The free new and easy achievement. Let's do the settings master, or settings world champion first. Actually, let's do this first.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle?
Yes.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
We used up all of our jumps. That's new. Alright, I need to figure out... Where did I go? To get to the settings world champion is up here, I think. No, it's not. Oh, this is the epilogue part. I went the wrong way. Still got our bucket. Get the free achievement? We will in a second. I want to do settings world champion first. So we have to mess with everything, right? Please.
This is...
Oh. No. I am the settings world champion, though. Am I not? I hope I didn't screw up the stream with that. Oh no! I screwed this up. Oh god, no, we need to fix that. Okay, I might be doing something wrong. We're gonna come back to this. We'll get the free achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. It just works! Receive your new achievement, no more steps. It just works.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Test achievement unachieved.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
You have to slowly press the slider one number at a time. Oh.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Okay. We're just gonna do it nice and easy. Make sure to stream way before you start the game up next time you boot it up, by the way. I'll make a note of that, because I always start the stream before I start the game, but I'm gonna make a note. I will remember that. You go all the way to 0. One number at a time. Oh my god, okay. I can do it like this, though. On every slider. Okay, this is quite a thing. Well, here we are. This is definitely the Stanley Parable. No, let me, please. There we go. So, how's everybody been? How's everybody doing? So, how are you all holding up? Because I'm a potato.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh my god.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
What if...
This is the story of
I wonder if something happens if I play through and don't have the narrator volume on, like he
This
gets
is
mad.
the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
They painted Stanley's adventure line at work. This is some riveting gameplay. Oh my god. Just keep waiting. We're getting there. Did somebody spill something on the first day it was there? Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, so we've kind of messed around with these already. Alright, I'm going back out. No! What do you mean? Did I miss one? I thought I was. Do I need to, like, change everything? Or... what am I doing wrong? Stanley Parable lore. Go through languages? Maybe. Maybe you're right. Yeah, you might be right there. And maybe here we gotta do the same thing. I'm not applying all of these. Do not make me apply all of these. We'll be here forever. Alright, there we go. Go through all the anti-aliasing options. All of the quality profiles. My controls are completely screwed up at this point. I hate what I'm doing right now. Yeah, we'll move on to something else. I'm gonna change everything back, and we'll come back to this. We'll have subtitles on still. Okay, there we go. We're back to normal, thank God. Alright, so what else have we not done? So we did the achievement. We'll go there in a minute, that way. We have the new jump circle. We have silhouette. And we have collectibles and Rorschach tests. And this dude is turning. Can you find them? Collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Hi, oh, here we go. One of 6.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay, we can't get back in there. Infinite hole, it won't end. And then, oh yeah, that's the achievement. No screenshots, guys. This is my NFT. Do not screenshot. Oh, we were already in here. Ah! I can't remember what these diagrams are called. Surrounding area depth infinite. Hole entrance infinity. Infinite hole chart. Science. Educational use only. It just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Well, we're going.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Nah.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No. No, we can fall forever, right?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to
It's
say
not
this
infinite, is
tactfully,
it?
but it's possible that I
Yep.
slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out,
New mug.
Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here
Nope.
when you're ready.
I'll wait a moment. I'll give you a moment. All right, fine.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Oh man, what if I were
Oh,
to?
for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Oh. Did the
Yes, it
hole
did.
seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have so much more to show you, and gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
It's shorter.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
Yeah.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
It's not working.
Is the
It's
teleport
not
button
doing
not working?
anything.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Nope.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oh no. At least I have the bucket. Oh. Ah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, hello. If only you had more jumps. Yeah, I thought the same thing. This is happening. F, change your perspective. Oh, third person perspective. Change your perception. Oh my god. Change your reality. Oh, okay. Puppies! I like this one. This is the best one. I'm okay with this one. But I will move through. Change yourself. No, I want puppies. Or maybe different music. Oh. Okay. Where are the puppies? I want the puppies back. Dinner bone. Oh wait, puppies! Puppies! Puppies!
Stanley? Stanley! Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
The hole was
From
my
the looks
reality.
of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Toodlepip? Okay. Oh. Okay, good. We're back here.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Okay, what all have I not done? Okay, so that's the infinite hole. Mostly infinite hole. Let me try out the settings one more time. Maybe you have to spend a certain amount of time in the settings. I don't know. We'll come back to that. Oh no, there's a QR code. Yeah, I'm gonna go scan that QR code with my phone. Hold on. Hold on, let me get my phone here. Let's scan it and see what it shows. Oh! It takes us to StanleyParable2.com. Okay. I'm actually going to put that into... Hold on one sec. I am actually going to put that into my web browser. We are actually going to do that. Hold on here. Parable2.com. Okay. Here we are. A sequel, huh? Okay. Now an Expo Hall 2. Alright, let's see what this... Oh my god, it's 9.5 minutes long.
Say there, Timmy. What's that you're enjoying? Why, it's breakfast, of course. Everyone loves breakfast. But did you know that breakfast is getting a sequel? That's right. God. It's called Lunch. And critics are raving that lunch will be everything breakfast was and more. With a little luck, we may even get a trilogy series out of it.
A trilogy series out of it.
You know what a sequel is, don't you, Timmy? Why, sequels are the world's way of clinging helplessly to the past. We all want more of the things we love. and we're all afraid of change, which is what makes sequels so popular. New ideas are dangerous, Timmy, and they can lead to early aging. This eager-minded young thinker is just 29 years old. That's why we have sequels, to keep us couched in the familiar and the comfortable. Sequels are the bedrock of a healthy, functional society. And if you look around you, you'll find them everywhere you go. For instance, this man is developing a sequel to the automobile, which we'll call the vertical automobile. It's a useless, impractical invention, and in 2 days' time, the man will be publicly stoned to death for his crimes against gravity. Not all sequels are heretical nonsense, however. Here's the man who invented breathing, which is the sequel to suffocating and dying a slow death. Even your parents are getting a sequel, Timmy. Their names are Rob and Jessica, and they'll be taking care of you once your original parents are sent back in time to fight a secret war for the government. Sequels can be very fashionable. This young woman is wearing 5 shirts at once, which is the sequel to wearing 4 shirts at once. Look at Becky over there, wearing only 2 shirts at once. Get with the times, Becky. In fact, there is only one single thing in the world that isn't a sequel. It's this. We don't know what it is or why it exists, but it's the prequel from which all sequels are derived. And just like everything else, the Stanley Parable is getting a sequel too. We all know, of course, that it was your favorite game as a child. Don't you remember those long, lazy afternoons you spent playing the Stanley Parable? Watching your precious youth fritter away hour after hour. We've all wasted our childhoods in one way or another, and you were fortunate enough to get to waste yours on the Stanley Parable. But the Stanley Parable came out years ago, and you're not a child anymore. You're a man, which is like the sequel to a child. And as a man, you want manly things like taxes and cheating at baseball. You need a man's video game, Timmy. And that's why the Stanley Parable 2 will be perfect for you. It's as manly as video games can get. And if you don't believe me, let's look at the burly hunk of a man who's responsible for the game. Here he is, hard at work. His name is Gregory 8-Pack, and he's the cutting picture of raw, virile masculinity. Gregory is what we call the ideas guy, and he has the most important role on the team. The ideas guy tirelessly comes up with interesting concepts and then hands them off to the rest of the developers for the relatively simple job of turning those concepts into reality. For example, he's the one who picked up the phone and declared, "Someone ought to make a sequel to the Stanley Parable." Good work, Gregory. Go ahead and take the rest of the day off. With the hard part out of the way, work on the game can now begin. The game's developers must answer a simple question. What makes a sequel in the first place? Well, it's simple. Sequels are an opportunity to correct the mistakes of their predecessors. We've all made mistakes, and we've all caused harm to someone we love in order to cover up our mistakes. When developing this particular sequel, it's important to start by thinking, what mistakes did the original Stanley Parable make? Well, first off, most of the pornography in the original game was stolen or pirated, and it's time we paid the licensing fees fair and square. Second, the Stanley Parable was catastrophic for this man named Leroy, whose personal information, including home address, social security number, and bank information, were all displayed prominently in multiple locations throughout the game. Although Leroy's money and identity were stolen, the fact remains that his personal information was the emotional core of the game and absolutely vital to a nuanced understanding of the story.
Yes,
as reparation for the harm we caused him, the sequel will contain a brief and insincere apology to Leroy, tucked deep within the game where it will be difficult to find. Finally, the Stanley Parable made the mistake of leaking too many government secrets about the nature of the Time Wars. Without these intricate details of specific military tactics, the story is likely to make very little sense. But we've decided to remove them from the sequel in the interest of helping the state's efforts. We'll get to you yet, Time Dracula. Now then, it's time to set about constructing the Stanley Parable 2. Game development is a difficult and complex art, one which can only be fully understood by this race of hyper-intelligent child soldiers bred in laboratories. They begin by studying the original Stanley Parable. Here it is in its raw, untouched form, a specimen of technological perfection. Time to exploit it for profit. We begin by adding jokes. The Stanley Parable was most widely known for its stark lack of humor, bucking all conventional industry wisdom. It was a bold artist statement that its developers stood firmly behind. But in 2022, it's impossible to reach even a single consumer of video games without jokes of some kind. So very well, jokes it'll be. During its development, over 500 kiloliters of comedy will be funneled directly into the core of the Stanley Parable 2, creating jobs for hundreds of machine operators and producing 30,000 tons of pollutant chemical byproduct, which will be pumped directly into local lakes, rivers, and beautiful nature reserves like these all over the country. Another common complaint of the Stanley Parable is that there wasn't enough gameplay. And so for the sequel, its developers have gone to great lengths to fix this problem. Here we can see gameplay being printed onto sheets. Every video game contains as many as 1,000 sheets of gameplay, and several of the largest games ever made contain close to 1,500. On mobile devices, the gameplay sheets have to be printed smaller. For the Stanley Parable 2, as many as 35 new gameplay sheets are being printed, each of which must be delicately massaged by the hands of a child before being added into the game. This man is stealing gameplay sheets from the factory, which he likely intends to use for a personal project he's been developing in his spare time. A good public stoning will cure him of that inclination. Let's check on Gregory real quick. Ha! Still recovering from a hard day's work. Don't you move a muscle. Next up, it's time to blackmail the press. In a competitive market, blackmailing your local journalist can be one of the most effective methods of creating word-of-mouth buzz for your sequel. In fact, blackmail is the currency of social progress. From your neighborhood grocer to the teacher at your school to the man who helps you steal HBO, everyone responds to blackmail. And if you've never done it before, it's easy to practice at home on your friends and family. Simply follow the instructional pamphlet that your teacher hands out after the end of the film. And finally, there's one last tool at our disposal for making the sequel feel fresh and exciting, and that's packaging the game with collector's edition merchandise. If you order the Stanley Parable 2, you'll receive this cow's egg. A single egg will produce over 1,000 cows, which are, of course, the sequel to pigs. And there you have it. Everything there is to know about producing the Stanley Parable 2. Of course, you may know that there is also a game titled The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. So which game is the true sequel to The Stanley Parable? It's an excellent question, Billy. One which the child soldiers have been working round the clock to come up with an answer to. And after many weeks of diligent research, the conclusion they've reached is, who gives a shit? All that matters is that it's more content for you to cram down your insatiable gullet. You don't want thoughtful and nuanced answers to complex questions, Billy. You just want to eat bubble gum and cheat at hopscotch. So get out there and consume. Do your civic duty and bully your parents into buying you every version of the Stanley Parable 2 on every platform. Tell your friends to bully their parents as well. It's through community efforts like these that the world comes together in harmony and connection. And it's only through this connection that we'll defeat Time Dracula once and for all. Don't let the time-traveling vampires win. Buy the Stanley Parable 2 and pledge to support all sequels for today, tomorrow, and into the great unknowable beyond.
Alright, that was freaking fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. That was really good. Alright, after this video, make sure to take the exit out of the museum. I want to look around for just a minute more, because we do need to end the stream off in a little bit, because I got some stuff going on. Jump circle, mostly infinite hole. No screenshots. Reassurance bucket. The button that says gym. Alright, I think... Yeah, I think we've done pretty much everything, haven't we? Alright, let's find the exit. Exit is E. Exit right here. We'll try to get the settings world champion another time.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
New mug.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah. Hey, I've got jumps again. Well, no.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
Bucket.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
We're getting somewhere.
Kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with
Ultra
bold
Deluxe.
and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Yeah. We are playing the Stanley Parable 2 now. And you know what? Good place to end. Good place to end for now. I am going to end the stream off here. But we're going to come back and we're going to finish this. Or continue this. I don't know how much is left. Okay, hold on here. And then I'll quit to desktop. And then I will... I'm gone, and here I am. Okay. Let me do this real quick. Yeah, that was really cool. This is really cool so far. I'm loving this. A lot is left? Really? Wow. Okay. Yeah, this has been really, really fun so far. Lots of things, the little things. They've changed out some things in that one ending where the instead of being Portal in Minecraft, now it's Firewatch and Rocket League. So there's been a lot of... I'm looking forward to playing this some more. Like I said, I can't today. I don't know when, hopefully in the next week. I can say that a lot. I'll probably do it in the next couple of days. Either in the next couple of days or next Sunday, whichever ends up being more convenient. But, if you guys like this stream, it will be going up, or if you couldn't watch it all, it's going to be going up on the YouTube channel soon. I have a YouTube channel, Wall Socks Productions. It will be going up on there. Check it out. We do other stuff on there too. Anyway, I guess I'm just going to end the stream off here. I am terrible at ending streams, so I might as well just stop while I am ahead. Goodbye for now.